Hey there, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Jackie Layer here, joined today again with meteorologist Scott Sumner. Scott, how was it coming into work today?
Round dos,
Right.
as I like to say. Yes, we are about halfway through the storm. We have a couple more elements that are going to work their way in here, but overall, things are winding down just a bit. And it was interesting. What is it, 2 or 3 block walk from the hotel that we've been staying at here in D.C. A little slushy walk, but certainly could be using those shovels out there a little bit more, get those pavements cleared out. But it's overall not bad.
Right. I mean, but earlier this morning, I was talking with meteorologist Brittany Ward and meteorologist Damon Matson. They came in, they took that early shift. They were coming in at 2:30 in the morning. And I was talking with them, just seeing what their walk was like into work. About a 7-minute walk typically. But when they were coming in, that was when the snow was just starting to accumulate. It was feeling a little bit icy out there. They were slipping and sliding on their way in.
Yeah.
So a little bit later, I was walking in right around 7:30, 7:45 in the morning. And by that point, the difference between them walking in at 2:30 and for me, there was about 4 to even 5 inches of snow on the ground. For me, it was just kind of trying to see where the other footprints were in the snow and just try to match that. I think that was for me. But otherwise, the snow was going into my snow boots at that point because some of the snow drifts were a little bit higher than that accumulation.
Yeah, those plows did a number on the roads here in D.C. with pushing that snow right across onto the sidewalks. But, we had, I also came in during the course of the early afternoon, and it was patches were a little rough there, so had to be careful.
Yeah.
But we have some photos for you guys.
Yes, we do.
Oh, let's get into it, shall we?
Right. And thank you so much for everyone who submitted their photos. We really appreciate it. It really helps.
Yeah. So Calvin Parker here in D.C., he's got his Nationals hat on there, and the dog might have a Nationals coat on. I don't know, but he's got the little paws there for his paws.
I love this one. It looks like they're having such a blast. I know it's frigid out there, but they were ready to go.
and look at the stop sign on this one.
I know.
Right? There's a couple things. Like can we go back on that one, Ashley? Because it was interesting to see.
Yeah.
I had to look to see how deep the snow is, and there were 2 things. One, the stop sign, and the other, if I remember correctly, was the railing down the steps.
Yeah,
right
there we
in
go.
the front,
Yes.
right?
I know.
That's a lot of snow.
That's a lot of snow, and that's National Harbor, Maryland. And back to Calvin again. I mean, it looked like he's been out there for quite some time. That snow accumulating on his hood and on his jacket.
Yeah.
It seems like he was enjoying it, though. I mean...
And the dog was sniffing away there, as they normally do. This guy, I tell you, a lot of fun there. But if you were doing some shoveling, please lift with your legs, not your back.
Oh, yes.
That is a problem for people.
Yeah, but Calvin, this one too, you can see that the plows tried to go through earlier, still some snow.
Yep.
And then, of course, can't forget about the puppies, the dogs.
No, definitely not. All right, well, we got some cool graphics, literally, to speak of.
Yeah, and if you want to show off all of your photos, you can still submit those, and we'll be sure to add those to our newscast later on tonight, 9 and 10 p.m. We'll be on there, still talking team weather coverage, even though the storm should be wrapping up. There's still a lot more hazards to talk about, even beyond when the precipitation ends. So report it, dcnewsnow.com/report it. That's where you can submit all of your photos. Also videos. We take those as well.
Absolutely. Love to see videos. Either way, visuals are always the best way sometimes to tell a story, right?
Right.
So so we have some graphics out there, and like we were talking about at the top, that this is only kind of half over, or a little more than half over at this point. The snow end of it's pretty much done. But now we're dealing with like the tail end of the sleet and the freezing rain out there, and that's going to be an issue coming up here. So let's take a look at what we have graphically and show you that. And there
we go. Storm reports.
There we go. Even the clicker is a little frozen. Hold on a second. Even the clicker's having a hard time. So Let me go back. Okay,
Yeah.
so there we go. Some storm reports during the last several hours. A lot of dots on there, and those represent snow amounts.
Yes.
Not too much. There is some ice, but that's a little further off to the west. But my goodness, it looks like about 100 of them at least, right?
Yes, a lot of storm reports that have just been, flooding in as that snow accumulated. And now I think we turn more towards the sleet and ice through, the next couple of hours before eventually this precipitation ends. And then it's just going to be frigid. And that snow and ice, that's going to be sticking around.
Yeah, you mentioned ice. So, again, we're going to show you this graphic. We showed it yesterday. Yeah. Certainly worth noting because there's definitely going to be a light glaze, if not maybe a more moderate glaze of ice across parts of the DMV where isolated and numerous power outages will be seen. So that's kind of the next phase that we're waiting to see. How many power outages are there and where are they concentrated?
Right. And that's going to be the next thing, next concern that we're going to be, looking out for. We've already said this, throughout our storm team coverage the last couple of days is we try to make sure that you and your family are ready for those power outages. We just said, plan for it just in case. And also with how cold it is, any power that does go out, that next concern would be just how cold it is that you do want to bundle up even inside your house.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And this cold is going to linger. This is not just a 1 or 2 day thing or even 3-day event. This is a week event here. So brace yourself for that, folks, if you haven't already gotten your mindset squared to the fact that, it is going to really be chilly out there across the DMV. Yeah. All right, so we have some other interesting graphics. We are going to be talking wind chill here in the area. But before we get to that, we want to, again, kind of reiterate what is transpiring across the DMV on this Sunday and Sunday night. And you can see not much left, right, Jackie?
No, not much. We still have the clouds, still probably a bit of a breeze, too, as the system is exiting off towards our east. Maybe a little bit more of that wintry mix across far southernmost parts of Maryland. That could just be the back edge of that system lifting out. But the rest of the area, we should be, finally seeing that precipitation ending.
Correct. Now, the one spot, it's usually always the one spot, really, because they're an anomaly, is Western Maryland. Because of the topography out there, you have the mountains, you get the upslope snow showers. So even with lingering moisture, little moisture out there, you're still getting some snow out there, as noted here. This takes you through 1 in the morning and then going into Monday afternoon.
Yes, and even though, not much precipitation is on there, we also have the wind arrows on this one. We don't have the temperatures, but the wind with that and with no precipitation out there is going to be even colder than those actual air temperatures. Wind chills are just going to be brutal on Monday. You got the fresh snowpack, fresh ice pack too on top.
You're right.
Yeah, it's going to make it feel even colder. I know a lot of, school closings are already coming into the newsroom. I know a good chunk of the area schools are closed, and, those other public places too are already announcing their closings as well.
Closed for Monday, and I would bet you, I'm not a betting guy, but I would bet you delays every other day, possibly this week, because of the cold air. Finally, though, the snow does come to an end, at least temporarily. Tuesday's looking quiet, although they want to bring back again some more snow shower. I don't know where they're to be honest with you, sometimes these models throw you for a loop.
Or could be a little overdone. But
a little overdone. And it's the wrong day. I know what day they're thinking, but this is not Tuesday. Tuesday, I think we've got a fairly quiet one. We have the 7-day coming up at the end of this. But wind chills, as you take a look here, this is Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Look at those numbers here, Jackie.
I know. At least they're double digits.
All right. The benefit, okay, at least that just tells you something.
Earlier today, we were talking about if you're heading out, trying to clear the snow, shovel, do all that. This was about 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock. It was single-digit wind chills. So that's why the only reason why I said, we got double digits.
You know what? We're very positive people in the Weather Center. We always look at the bright side of things or try to.
Yes.
So, hey, 20. All right.
Wow.
Woohoo.
That's the warmest we've felt in a long time.
That feels great. 20 degrees. My goodness. At 5 in Leesburg. Then we'll take you through Monday morning. And what do
Here
we
we
have?
are again. Yes.
Your favorite word, magenta, right?
Right. Yeah, that has been my word
has
of
been your
the
word.
entire storm, because magenta is wintry mix, and then magenta is a single-digit wind chills.
A lot of magenta on the map.
I got to point it out.
You do.
It's one of my
You
favorite colors.
You have to point it out. I mean, it's important.
Yeah.
And no one's spared. Not even, usually by the water, you're like, all right, water doesn't, freeze or get as cold as the land.
Right.
But no, 9 in Annapolis. I mean, you just, good luck. All
Right.
right. Just stay as warm as you can.
Yes.
Here's Monday at 3 p.m. Do you see much change? I don't. No.
And I think that's really when that wind is picking up. And
Yeah.
that's how you get those single-digit wind chills. Some areas sub-zero. And
Oh,
then,
it gets better. You know those overnight
Better or
commercials?
worse?
You know those overnight commercials that says, wait, it's
more.
less, there's more. Well, here we go.
Here's more.
What do you want?
I
How about
know.
negative numbers now?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't want it.
No, that's 8 o'clock on Tuesday. That's why Jackie
Yeah.
talked about, and we talked about some delays in the school openings.
Yes.
No one's opening up at 8 o'clock in the morning with those type of numbers. Let's be real.
Yeah.
As we get into the afternoon, ho-hum. We're not lackadaisical here. We take
Right.
our job seriously, and we're not poking fun at the cold.
No.
But you know what? It just gets a little monotonous at times, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I agree. And I was also just thinking that too. I'm not laughing,
No.
at like how cold it is. I'm
Right.
laughing just, because it keeps getting worse and worse the more we get through this.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of, now this is Wednesday morning, a lot of negative 20 in Westminster and Carroll County. Negative 11 in Frederick, 12 at Hagerstown. I mean, my goodness, everybody, DC -6. I mean, what are you going to do, right? You just got to deal with it. So, how about some wind chill tips, Jackie?
Number 1, don't go outside.
Stay indoors,
Right.
please. Because if you have to go out, of course, cover exposed skin.
Yes.
The body produces the heat, but when you have the wind taking it away from the body, that's what gives you the wind chill. And, of course, the middle one there, the hypothermia and frostbite, that's the dangerous part of this equation.
And when you're talking 20 below for some areas, that's, frostbite or hypothermia within minutes. And that's how dangerous it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very brutal out there. So please, if you have to be out there, and I know some people do, you have all the guys who are doing all the heavy work on the DOT, plowing the roads. Yeah, they're in the cab, but they have to get out sometimes. They have to stretch. They have to be in the elements. And so now we're going to go on to wind gust.
Yeah.
All right. And look at these numbers now. Tomorrow will be quite breezy. Teens and 20s and some 30s out there, making it feel like it's in that single digit to 0 range. Winds are still pretty hefty out towards our mountains.
Yes.
We saw that with the snow graphic and still seeing some upslope snow showers out that way. Does it get a little better? Yeah, a little bit better here Wednesday. Not too bad. At least here in D.C., the surrounding Beltway area with the wind. Outlying areas still seeing quite a bit of wind. And then here we go on Thursday. Now, we pick this up. You know why, Jackie? You want to explain why the winds pick up here on Thursday? Because we have that other, I have that other front that we talked about. Coming through.
Why?
Right?
I haven't even looked that far ahead, personally. I've been so focused on this, particular storm. I haven't even looked at towards the end of the week.
Granted,
Yes.
yep. Just had to, by chance, get a brief look at something that long range when I was doing the 7-day yesterday, and it did show a little bit of a clipper system moving by.
Yes.
But not to the extent the water content with this storm was like 1.5 to 2 inches.
Yeah.
Which is why we've gotten what we have had. But water content for this thing is like 0.02 or something ridiculously low.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
so flurries more along the line.
Good.
I don't foresee. But that's why the winds pick up here.
Thank you.
And as we get in towards Friday as well behind the system, and that's why it's pretty much going to stay cold the entire week. Really not much change here. All right, this kind of exemplifies it. Jackie, you want to take this here and talk about this?
Yeah, still talk about the temperatures, just how frigid it is, where it's coming from. I mean, you can see that trough kind of build in there where that cold air out towards Minneapolis, Chicago, continue to sink its way southward. And that big dip on this map. That continues all the way farther south down towards Atlanta as we advance this through Tuesday. It's still lingering, at least across our area, but at least down towards the far south, Dallas, Atlanta, not quite as cold as what they'll see Monday, so at least they see some reprieve there. But here locally, it's still looking like we're seeing those frigid temperatures. And, you see those overnight temperatures dropping and then back into the afternoon, still frigid, still below the freezing mark. And then, overnight Wednesday night into early Thursday, you saw that magenta color, blink on there for the overnight lows. Yeah, and then you see it again.
See it again, right?
Yeah. Rinse and repeat, day after day. It looks like temperatures, highs only in the 20s, overnight lows, single digits for much of the area.
But you always have a silver lining with these things, right?
You have to.
So we're not going to be we're not the Arctic, we're not the Antarctic, although it feels like it right now.
Yes.
Look out west, San Francisco, California, parts of a little bit of a ridge building out that way, and hopefully over time that's going to slide east and head into our backyard.
Yep.
And pull that trough and get that back up into Canada where it
say,
belongs.
Go ahead, trough. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Move on. Move on. Nothing
on
to
out.
see here. You've done your damage.
Right.
And even into Saturday too.
Yeah.
But you notice more green coming over to Denver, Rapid City.
Yes.
These are areas that are right now frigid.
Yes.
Now, here's a different perspective. This is just for D.C. This is for the afternoons, what the forecasted wind chill is here specifically, and you see the numbers there.
Yeah, I don't like those numbers either.
No. Monday, 8, -4, -2, -2, -9, -4.
Cold.
Frigid.
Burr. Yes.
Here's a little different look.
Yes.
This is an hour-by-hour view taking you through the next 24 hours. Not much change. Top number is the air temperature. The bottom number, you guessed it, the wind chill numbers there. So here we go. Do we have any reprieve out towards the west? No, actually, we do not.
No.
Look,
No.
hey, Jackie couldn't believe she just closed her eyes when she saw this graphic. When I showed her this graphic coming up, air temperature. Oof. We're going to see this is for Hagerstown, Frederick, and Leesburg, Virginia, and that's tomorrow morning, or not even really late morning, afternoon. All right. And so the right number is the wind chill. The left is the actual air temperature.
Yes.
As we drop those numbers down.
It gets worse.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. This is Monday evening around 11:30 or so. And there we go, 7:30 on Tuesday morning. Not just the temperature, but the wind chill. -20 in Hagerstown, potentially -17 in Frederick, -10 in Leesburg.
Yeah. So the hope is that we don't see any more power outages for the next couple of days, because this is dangerous cold, even, with the power on. Just imagine without the power, without that heat, 20 below for feels like temperatures in Hagerstown, nearly that in Frederick, and then Leesburg also well below zero. Dangerous. And also the actual air temperature is sub-zero as well. So the hope is, power outages aren't widespread across the region, but like we've been mentioning, you have to plan for it. Blankets ready, candles, flashlights, all of that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here with the cold. Look at tonight's planning your evening here. Take you through. We have the freezing rain and sleet wrapping up, right?
Yep. And then by midnight, there still could be a little bit of that freezing rain like we were talking about with that Futurecast map across southern Maryland, like the back edge of that system. And we've been talking about, those precip types the last several days as well. When we were talking freezing rain on top of all that snowfall, we're going to be likely seeing an icy glaze on top of all that snow. And that's just not going to be ideal if anyone is trying to go outside. I really hope everyone just stays inside through the overnight. I know we had mentioned this too, school closings. So a lot of schools are going to be closed tomorrow morning. So the thought process is that hopefully everyone's just staying inside and trying to stay warm.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's next? What to expect? All right. So this just kind of exemplifies what we showed you in a 3-day panel, but it kind of sums up everything that we've been talking about here. Wintry mix continues. The precip comes to an end around the midnight hour, and then we have dangerous wind chills here Monday, frigid cold around this week. Doesn't that fire look good,
It
Jackie?
does, yeah. I was just about to mention that. I appreciated you put that background on this graphic because everything else in this entire discussion has been all just cold and,
Cold colors.
Right. So this one, it's bringing us back to life here. You know,
It is. It is.
It's trying to make it, feel a little bit better at least.
A little cozy.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's not going to feel cozy outside anytime soon.
No.
Yeah. Then this shocked me when you showed me this earlier.
Yeah. So, okay, Scott and Jackie, we get through this week.
Yeah.
Are we looking rosy? No. I'm sorry.
No.
We are not. We are looking right through the end of this month into the beginning of February. And Groundhog's Day, this covers Groundhog's Day, February 2nd.
Coming up.
Coming up. We'll wonder what Buxatawny Phil's got to say and other groundhogs around the country.
Right.
Will he see a shadow? Will he not see a shadow? Well, the old saying is hopefully he doesn't see a shadow. And
Right.
we get to see a little
Spring
early
or
spring.
early? Yeah.
Early spring. That's something. But I thought that was interesting. Wanted to point that out. And
Wait, can we go back to that graphic again?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. We can do that.
Yes, before we get to the 7-day.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
wanted to also mention that I show this many times, throughout the year, this temperature outlook. And I've never seen, and I've been doing it 3 years here, I don't think I've ever seen that dark of a color, meaning just how much below normal it is.
Oh.
I've never seen this color on our map. So you see like the scale there up on the banner. I've never seen this color. I've usually, seen the lighter blues, like, it's going to be a little bit cooler. No, this is downright frigid still.
Yeah.
For this time of the year.
Yeah.
End of January and into February. I don't think it's going to be quite as cold as what we're going to be experiencing this week, but still well below normal. So I just wanted to point that out. Now you can go to the 7.
Okay. All right. So piggybacking on that, Jackie, you want to explain the 7-day here with we have another DMV first warn.
We do. That's continuing into our Monday. Because of how cold it's going to be, we could see those record cold lows late Monday night, but also because it's likely going to be an icy mess out there. That snow, icy glaze, that's not going anywhere. High temperatures only remain below the freezing mark for the day on Monday. Tuesday, we have more sunshine, but still below the freezing mark. And also, we could be dealing with even more record cold overnight lows Tuesday night for parts of the area. Still remaining into those lower 20s, though, Wednesday and Thursday. Scott, you want to take the rest of it?
Yeah. 19,
I didn't want to talk about the 19.
19 on Friday. Yep. And then, hey, we got a warm up by Sunday, 25. Woohoo!
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I know.
And then next weekend, I'm a big sports guy with the football. So next weekend's not Super Bowl. It's the following weekend Super Bowl,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
that is correct.
All right. So, would be interested to see what happens by this time we get to Super Bowl weekend. Will people still be hunkering in
Right.
doors, eating their chips and curds and whey and all that good stuff? I don't know. But anyway, so I don't know if we'll be seeing much of it. We don't really look out much beyond 7 days. I think, you'll see some stations go out 10, 12, 15 days.
But so much
I don't
can
think
change.
it doesn't really verify very well. 7 days hard enough,
Yes.
So,
Agreed.
Well, we do have, could we actually, Ashley, our producer, could we pull up those photos again?
Yeah.
Because just in case you came in, you missed those photos.
Yes.
We'd like to rehash them.
I know. These were great. I love this dog one. We love all the photos that everyone is sending in today. If you didn't get to earlier, you can still send those in. dcnewsnow.com/report it. That's another one of my favorites. I still wonder if the guy that was holding up the sled, if he won the race. I need to know. So I think it was Audrey.
Yeah.
Audrey, please let us know who won that race.
That would be cool.
Right?
That would be cool. State of emergency, right?
Yeah.
Has been issued.
Yes.
I was checking to see when was the last time a state of emergency has been issued in the DMV and confirmed.
Okay.
It was back in January 6, 2025.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That was issued, and I also, beyond that, February 5th and 6th in 2010.
Got it.
That was in Maryland.
Okay.
In D.C., Mayor Bowser declared a public emergency and snow emergency January 21st in 2016.
Okay.
So there have
10
been a
years
couple
ago.
of opportunities here. to have closed down the area due to a winter storm. And the other thing, too, I was just curious, looking at some of the top 5 largest January snowfalls in the area. Now, granted, this one is not going to even come close, but just out of curiosity, this is the way my mind goes, right?
Yeah.
Little trivia question, because you didn't see the answer.
No, I did not.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you some multiple choice version.
Okay, thank you.
Do you think the top number was 31 inches? Do you think it was 40 inches, or do you think it was 28 inches?
For January in DC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, what was the second one?
Second one was 40.
Okay.
31, 40, or 28. What do you think was the top number?
I'm between the
snow?
the top two. I'm going to go 40.
40. No, good guess. It was 30,
No.
actually 31 and a half.
Always go with your gut.
Go with you were thinking the 31, right, initially?
Yep.
That happened way back in 1921, 1922.
Okay. I was thinking back to the blizzard of 96, and I knew. Okay.
I'm getting there.
Oh.
I'm getting there.
Sorry.
So that was number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 was 25.4 inches and 34.35. 24 inches. My writing is terrible. 25.4, then 25.1. 23.8, 95.96 came in 4th, and then 21.3 in 65.66. So
Thank
there you
you.
have it.
I love the trivia. I love those multiple choice. Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
absolutely. So good. All right.
This about wraps up our coverage of the storm, at least with these longer form weather discussions. We really hope that you enjoyed us kind of going over the science behind it, those impacts, the hazards, what to expect throughout the entirety of the storm. I know we're going to be seeing these lasting impacts with this system too. So thank you, and be sure to still continue to send in those viewer photos. And also, we have team coverage still at 9 and 10 p.m. tonight, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Scott?
Absolutely. Take care, everyone. God bless. Be well. Stay safe. See you soon.